Hey, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, where we help people start their own successful businesses on Amazon right here in Australia. We've got over 2,000 members right now. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs here in Australia with global sales of over $50 million. You can find out more by going to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. How do you find the best keyword for your Etsy store? In this video, the very cool Kathy Lloyd from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs is going to show you how. Here's an interesting question. What I got asked all about how to. One of the things that I am gonna be going on about much more, and we haven't really focused on it that much within the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, although we have a little bit, but not too much, is multi-channel strategy, aka we don't just sell on Amazon, we also sell our products on eBay, which I do, thanks to Sue Josephson, who taught me how to do that, on Shopify, on platforms like Etsy, where Kathy Lloyd's doing amazing things, on Facebook stores, on Walmart, where I sell on Walmart in the USA, etc., etc., etc. So this concept of having your product, great, you've got your product, you did the hard work to get a great product and get it put together properly, and then you go sell that in as many places as possible, okay? Rather than just Amazon, we have a multi-channel approach to distributing our product, getting it into the hands of our customers as possible, okay? So you can maximize the amount of money you can make. Because if somebody's interested in buying, I don't know, a dog lead on Amazon, then you can also sell that dog lead on eBay, you can also sell that dog lead on Etsy, you can also sell that dog lead on Facebook, on Walmart, blah, 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 okay? And so once you've actually set that up, how do you ship those products out? So I wanted to spend some time talking about multi-channel fulfillment and how to fulfill your product if you're selling on other platforms, okay? We all know how to do it if we're selling on Amazon using FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, or by using FBM, fulfilled by merchant. We all know that, okay? That's, I think, a given. But what about if you're also selling your product on Shopify? What if you're also selling your product on eBay, on Etsy, on Walmart, etc.? What do you do then? How do you do it then? So what I want to do is show you what I do. And I'm going to show you, first of all, what I used to do, and then what I do now, okay? So here's what I suggest you do if you are a beginner just getting started on a new platform like Shopify, for instance. I suggest you use Amazon's multi-channel fulfillment. What that essentially is you store your products at Amazon's warehouse, and you can sell your products on Amazon still, but you don't need to, by the way. And you sell your products on Amazon, potentially, but you also use Amazon's fulfillment to fulfill your products that you sell on your Shopify store, for instance, or on your Facebook store, for instance. You fulfill from there, okay? Super easy to set up. Given that you're already doing FBA, it's actually a no-brainer, I think, to leverage this. The good thing about this, I'll tell you the good thing about it, is the ease of doing it, first of all. It's super easy to do. It's very cost effective to do relative to some other things, and Amazon just kind of handles a lot of the moving parts associated with having a multi-channel fulfillment strategy, okay? That's a good thing. The number one worst thing about this, it's actually something that Amazon's fixing as well, but right now it's an issue. The number one worst thing about this is your customers will get their product in an Amazon box. That's the worst thing about this, I believe anyway. But it's something that Amazon's actively working on to do, they're not going to put it in their own Amazon boxes. They're going to put them into either blank boxes or your boxes. You'll be able to kind of send boxes in as well. So that's the two options. It's actually super easy to do. I'm just going to quickly show you. So if you're just selling one, I'll give you the link for this. I'll just tell you the link. So it's at sellessential.com.au in Australia, .co.uk, UK, blah, 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 /MCF, multi-channel fulfillment. If you are just doing one, then what you want to use is just a multi-channel fulfillment order, okay, single one. So you've just got your Shopify store set up. You haven't started making many sales yet. You're maybe selling 1 or 2 units per day. Just go through this to get them set up, all right? You'll be able to send them one by one, no problems at all. Super easy to do. Once your Shopify store or whatever it is takes off a bit, then you can upload in bulk from an Excel or a CSV sheet. You can upload that way, and that's a really good way of doing it. If you've got like 10 orders a day, I suggest doing it that way because it makes it much, much easier to do. Once you get above that, then what I suggest you use is something like, what have I got it open? I have got it open. ShipStation. So ShipStation is shipstation.com. These are US based, and it is just a order processing aggregator for all of your products. Okay, so if you're selling on Shopify, if you're selling on eBay, if you're selling on Facebook, wherever you're selling, you can aggregate it all into ShipStation, and then ShipStation will communicate with Amazon to send all your things out automatically. Okay, so once you get above 10 units per day, I suggest you get ShipStation or something like that. That's what I use, ShipStation, to do that. Okay, so that's multi-channel fulfillment through Amazon. That's the beginner's way of doing it. Let's talk about the more intermediate and advanced way of doing it now. So in the USA, the one to use is Deliver, and it's 2 R's, Deliver with 2 R's. So this will integrate all of your channels like Shopify and Etsy and Walmart. It also integrates. It'll integrate all of those, and it's also got their own warehouses, and so they'll warehouse it for you, they'll pick it for you, and they'll send it out for you, just like Amazon would, but it's not through Amazon, it's through an independent company, and there's a lot of advantages to doing that, not least of which is you get all your customer details, of course, from Amazon. So that's a really great way of doing it. It is a little bit more expensive than the multi-channel fulfillment through Amazon, but you get a lot more control over your customers, which when you become more advanced, you will absolutely want to get. Okay, so this is who I use in the US of A. This is Europe. So in Europe, for fulfillment in Europe, you want to use these guys, Wapi. So Wapi, or I don't know if so, is it wapi.com. Okay, so this is for Europe. This is who I use in Europe, Wapi. So again, it works like these guys, aka you can send it all in, and then it integrates with all the different platforms you use, and they will ship it all out to your customers. Okay, super, super easy. That's who I use in Europe. Let's talk about Australia. In Australia, you've got a few different options. So this is Fulfill FBA Prep Services Australia. Richard Aston, who's in the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. This is his company. He's a top bloke. They've done heaps of things for me, and I have found them to be really customer-centric focused. They do a great, great job. These are who you would start with. So they haven't got a massive operation, and I'm sure Richard won't mind me saying that, but you would start with these guys, okay? And then once you get some traction and you start doing, let's say you're starting to get over 15 sales per day, then you would move to either, and you should get quotes from both of these two companies based on what you're sending out, because each of them is better for one thing and the other one's better for another thing, okay? So you get quotes for what you're selling. PickPack, who are really, really good. I really like PickPack. I use PickPack for specific things I sell. Or eStoreLogistics.com.au. Again, these are really, really good for certain things, okay? So it's like oversized things. I get a better deal here, okay, than I do here. So I use them because of that. But they're both super good. That's why I'm saying get a quote from both, okay? So eStore Logistics, PickPack, that's who I use in Australia, okay? Both very, very good. Both really good operators. You should go check them out. I think that is all of it. The other one I have used in the pack, but I don't use them anymore, was NP Fulfillment. The reason I don't use them is because I got a better deal from PickPack, but I used to use NP Fulfillment as well, okay? And they were really, really good. It's just that PickPack approached me, gave me a better deal, so I went with them. All right, let's have a look what's going on. With MCF is the storage. No, so that's a really good question from Rosie. What happens with regards to storage limits? Well, if you actually read the storage limits, what they're saying with the storage limits, have I still got that up? No, I don't. So if you read that, it's going to be ASIN-based storage limits, seller-based storage limits. Okay, so you don't need to sell on Amazon to use multi-channel fulfillment. You don't need to sell on Amazon to use multi-channel fulfillment. So if it ever was a problem for you, the easy thing to do is just set up another Seller Central account. Dead easy to do, and just sell through that. But in my experience, and I haven't tried this, so I can't like speak definitively. I don't want to bullshit you. In my experience, though, I believe they're going to separate them out. I used to use multi-channel fulfillment. I don't use it anymore, so I can't speak definitively about it. But that's my understanding. They're treated separately. I'll find out for sure, though. But we aren't allowed to use either. I wish we could, but we aren't allowed for eBay though. So eBay doesn't like you sending their customers Amazon boxes. That is true. That is why I believe they're moving to get rid of all that. Amazon multi-channel is available in Australia. Yes, it is. So it's a sellercentral.amazon.com.au/multi-channel. Are you showing us these packers for FBM? Yes, this is all FBM. These are all FBM. Hope that helps. Are there extra costs for MCF? Nope. It's actually very, very cheap. You can go check out all the fees yourself. All the fees are there. It's actually cheaper than FBA. So, but you can make of that what you will. All right. So anyway, it's a really, really good strategy. It's a more advanced strategy, but when you're getting started, use multi-channel fulfillment. As soon as you get to a certain point, you'll want to switch and set up your own thing. That's fairly good advice for most things on Amazon. Hope that helps. That was a video from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs weekly Q&A session, just for Aussie Online Entrepreneurs members. If you'd like to find out more about joining the fastest growing e-commerce community here in Australia, you can go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. See you next time.